Today on Beyond. A car crash forced this mother to make a life and death decision for her daughter.
It was a decision that I anguished over for over a year.
Today she learned the consequences. Plus, these three sisters are about to be exposed by a mother who speaks her mind.
Who's married twice?
All of us.
I don't think you like a lot of your husbands.
Today on Beyond. Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here today. Appreciate you being here. And also you at home, thank you very much for coming back and watching us. We appreciate it. Okay? I'd like to begin, please, because I'm really strongly feeling something right over here. Who's applying wallpaper in the house and they change their mind after looking at the wallpaper? Did someone here recently did that? No? Was someone looking at wallpaper samples or something and they want to get it? Okay, thank you. Your mother's passing the spirit, please? There's a lady, mother that's coming in talking about this, okay?
My mother?
Mother's here, yes.
Stand up here with me. don't make me do this alone.
It's your mother too, isn't it? Yeah. All of yours. It's Mama here. Mama's here, okay? Your mom's here. I know you're a sister also? Mm-hmm. Good, well, she's here, okay? I don't know who in the family was named Helen or Ellen or this name? Mm-mm. An H? Who is an H initial?
Do you know anybody?
I'm getting it. So I don't know what it is. Hold on. I'm asking, did one of you lose a husband also? No? Who was married twice?
All of us.
Alrighty then.
That was good.
Not losing a husband, just lost.
We lost 6 of them together.
There's a sense of she's losing it, her mind, and she was very sharp in her life, and she did not want to lose that sense of being sharp, okay?
Yes.
Understand that?
Yes, I
and
do.
she has that back, that sense of being very sharp, and you know she has a tough, forked tongue.
Oh God, I was going to say if you said tough cookie man, I was going to faint.
No, but she has a very strong, she'll say exactly what she thinks, and she doesn't mince words at all, okay? I don't think she liked a lot of your husbands.
She probably had better foresight than me.
She told you that. She said, I told them. I told them that. She said, I told them that. I'll tell you, there's a brother. She comes from a brother. I'm not sure if it's your brother.
Yeah, he died.
Okay, well, she's with a brother, so she's with the brother. She's met up with him.
God.
Okay?
Yeah.
And she's telling me, I have to say this to you because you wanted to know if we were together. You understand that? Okay?
What's your daughter died also.
Well, I don't have her, but I have the brother. So I'm sure she's there, but your mother's talking about the brother, and she wants you to know she's met him, okay?
Oh, good. That's
she met
wonderful.
him, okay? I want to tell you that thank you for taking care of your mother to the end. She met father when she passed over, okay? She met him. She's screaming at me. I feel like there was either a problem, either having to go into a hospice or going to a care, and we were worried about having to do that. And she said, you did the right thing. She didn't want to hang out. She did not want to hang around, okay?
Oh, she wanted to die.
She wanted to die, honey.
She did. She
I
would
know
say,
she did.
I'm supposed to be dead.
She's very healthy, this lady. I mean, her mindset, she wanted to go. When she feels she couldn't be good for society, she wanted to go over, okay?
Yeah,
and her family, like her. Right. Her family was so important to her. She's talking to me about writing a book about the family, or someone writing, she always just talk about that.
Writer.
Okay, but she used to tell you about writing a book about the family?
All the time.
Okay, well, she's telling me about that, and she wants one of you to do that.
My daughter's a journalist.
Would you please have her do it? She's going to help her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's going to help her do that. Okay?
Yeah.
Go on. Your daughter's a journalist. Yeah, she loves her, but she said she can't be settled. She's never settled. She said, I'm going to help her settle down. Okay? Because
That's windy.
it's either city to city or she's going to be going to the city.
She travels a lot.
Okay, well, she's going to city, and it feels like she's going to move and live in 2 different places. Okay?
It's weird that you said that because they
It's not weird. That's what
I do. They spent the summer in Europe, and she wants to go over there. And she says, well, I think I'll live here for 6 months,
and in Europe and Athens.
Well, she will,
for
because
6 months.
your mom's telling me that this girl's going in 2 different places, and I want her to write the book about the family, please. Please write the book about the family, okay? The name Helen might have been Hetty, or Helen, or H-E names.
Hayden, my daughter-in-law.
Thank you. Hayden.
My daughter-in-law, Hayden.
That's who it is. I was like, she was not believe me yet with that.
Oh my God, she won't believe this.
Well, I know the birthday's there.
Yes, she just had one.
I know, because
Just
she's telling me
had
about
one.
the birthday,
A week
and this is
ago.
her birthday present.
I will tell her. I truly will.
Okay.
I won't believe
Because
this.
she needs some reassurance right now. There's
my,
a lot of changes going on with her life right now, this Hayden person.
My daughter-in-law?
The
Yes,
Hayden
you're
person.
right.
Lots
Yes.
of changes right
Yes.
now, your mother said. And she said, would you please give her this information to kind of like solidify her feelings about herself?
Yes, I will.
You understand that?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I never thought of my daughter-in-law, but yes, her name is Hayden.
And that's why we say in the show, it's the one who you don't think about that comes through, and who, you know, so just be open to whatever happens here, because that's the way Spirit works.
Oh, my word.
Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. God bless you. Thank
God
you.
bless.
And, you know, she has a tough forked tongue.
James described her as having a forked tongue.
Yes.
You agree?
Yes.
This
I do.
describes your mom.
Yes, I think so. Ever since I can remember, she'd say, "Oh, look at those people. They're talking behind your back. They have a forked tongue. You know what that means, don't you?" You know, and I thought, well, this is really weird. Had he come off with something else, I think I really would have died.
She wanted to die, honey.
She'd go, I don't want to be here anymore.
She was 84 when she passed away. In the last year of her life, she had 3 major surgeries. So when she passed away, I mean, I was praying that, you know, she'd be able to let go. And when she did, you know, we're relieved for her that she could do that.
Now, you spent a lot of the reading like this. Were you the skeptic in the group?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was.
Did you feel like he connected at all?
Oh, yeah.
At what
I do.
point for
well, the fact that my daughter spent the summer in Europe and then went to Athens and came home and told me that they want to move there for 6 months out of the year.
Lots of changes right now, your mother said.
Do you guys have any idea what that was about?
New house, new job, new baby.
Oh, stress then.
Same husband.
Thank God for that.
And I feel like she's going to move and live in 2 different places.
It's something that she wouldn't really say.
I would say there's a brother. She comes about a brother.
There's a lot of discrepancy with that, and he was murdered. We're just not sure who did it, or we're pretty sure of how it happened. It's still touchy. But I'm glad that they're together, and that was what I really wanted.
This mother decided to take her daughter off life support.
It was a decision that I anguished over for over a year.
She wants to know if it was the right decision, and she's going to find out next on Beyond.
Living with a loved one who's in a coma is hard enough, but deciding when to take someone off life support is even more agonizing. Our next guest had to make that heartbreaking decision about her 15-year-old daughter. What you're about to see was taped before the show. No one in our studio, including James, has seen it. Here is Nancy and her daughter Molly's story.
I'm here to contact my oldest daughter, Jennifer. She's very close to me, very dear to my heart. Jen's car accident was November 5th, 1997. One of her girlfriends died in the car, and the boy she was dating at the time is now a quad. And with my daughter, she was trapped in the car for a little while, lost consciousness, and never came out of her coma for almost 4 years until she passed.
I sat with her when she passed away and held her hand and watched her take her last breath.
If I could say anything to her, it would be to tell her how much I loved her, how much she's missed. And that if I could take her place, I would have.
Hi, you are Nancy.
Hi.
Nancy, right?
Yes,
Hi,
Nancy.
Nice to meet you. I'm James, and you are
Molly.
Molly. Hi, Molly. I know you lost your daughter, right? Your other daughter. That's your sister.
Yes.
She's older than you are?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll do what I can do to help you, okay?
Thank you.
Just try. We'll try. We'll do it all together, okay? Okay. Let me tell you, first of all, there's a lady that comes and gets her when she passes over. There's an older lady that comes to get her. I'm not sure if it's a grandmother figure or a lady or an aunt of hers. Great, okay. But she was very close to her. She's telling me when she was alive, there's a closeness there, or there's a connection, okay? Yes. And she's watching over her, okay? There's also a collection of having either doll collection, okay, or having a collection of something of hers. Hold on.
Nannies.
No, not nannies, your daughters.
Okay, collection of my
There's
daughter.
a collection. You understand that?
Yes, she had a collection.
And what kind of collection is this? Is this a doll collection, or is
She had
this
a Beanie Baby collection.
Okay, sorry. But there's this collection she's talking to me about here. She's sitting right here, and she's talking about this collection that you still have of hers. Yes, my sister knows about this too. You know about her collection because I think you must have given her one or given her some at one time, some Beanie Babies.
There were several Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I know, and you gave her them. You gave her
Yes.
for her collection. You understand that?
Yes.
You talk about that, okay? Because she wants me to tell you, come on, she's talking to me about, and she's a bit of a wiseacre. Bit of a wiseacre when she comes in, so I'm going to ask her to mind her P's and Q's. I'm older than she is. But, go on. Okay, gotcha, yeah. She's telling me that she's able to look the way she wants to look now. That when she was alive, she didn't like the way she looked. And she wanted to change things about her. I don't know if she didn't like her color of hair or whatever it was, but she wanted to, you understand this? Yeah. And that she was in the out crowd. She was on the in crowd, and she really wanted to be in the in crowd.
That's correct. You're right.
Okay? And she said, I'm able to do that where I am now. She said, Mom, no, I've found my peace here. She's found her peace here. Also, I'm going to tell you something. She's really sorry about screaming at you and saying such horrible things to you. Okay? Because she did. She yelled at you and she called you names. You know, she blamed you for a lot of her problems.
Yes, that's correct. She was a hard teenager.
Yeah, well, typical teenager, but, you know, when she passes, I don't know why, but I feel it's very fast. I don't know. I know maybe she might be sick for a long time, but I know but when she passes out of the body, it feels quickly. I don't feel she lingers. It's like when she's ready to go, she goes. She said once she accepted it. Okay. I don't know if the house was too cramped that you lived in. It was kind of too small. Couldn't fit everything in, or a lot of furniture around.
That would be our home.
Okay, but it's like one thing's one thing's on top of another there, and she's talking about that. I know either you shared a bedroom at one point.
Yep.
Okay, because she's talking about sharing a bedroom.
Yes.
And I know there were the dolls or Beanie Babies all over the dresser or on top of them.
Dolls.
Dolls,
Yeah.
all over it. Okay, and the mirror. There's a mirror. I'm seeing a mirror close by,
Yeah.
and I'm putting things on the mirror, or
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like peel and stick type of
Stickers.
decals or whatever it is that you have on there. You understand this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Is this some rare disease or some kind of a disease that she has?
No.
What is this?
It was a car accident.
Oh, it was an accident. Okay. So that was a sudden thing that happened.
She was in a coma
Oh, she was in a coma.
for 4 years. Almost 4 years.
Wow. So she didn't say that to me. I don't get that at all. I mean, I didn't get that from her at all, a coma. Did you keep her alive then because of the coma?
Yeah, so I brought her home and took care of her at home.
So why are you beating yourself up about this? She's asking you, through me, why are you beating yourself up? You could not have saved her, okay? You couldn't have. You know that. I know you wanted to, but there's more of it's a bigger plan in some ways here, you know?
It was a hard decision
I know.
to let her go.
I know. She wanted to go. She really wanted to go, okay? Yeah. And she wants to thank you for having the fresh flowers. Because either every week you put fresh flowers there at the bed. I'm just acknowledging that, all right? And that meant a lot to her. And she heard everything, okay? She said to me, I want my mom to go home with a full heart, not an empty one. She came here with an empty one. I wanted to go home with a full one, okay? And this is what her wish is, okay? I'll do one more thing. Did she have a diary or a journal? Or do you have one that you write in?
Yeah, I used to keep a journal.
And there's little doodles also in this book.
Yes.
And it was like when you were doing one of these doodles, which looks like a star, that she came through to you. So I want you to go back in that journal and look and see what that star thing is. And that's, what you wrote after that is from her.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right. I'll leave it with that, all right? God
Thank you
bless.
very
You're welcome.
much.
You're welcome.
Coming up, Did Nancy hear the words she needed to ease her guilt? She'll tell us next on Beyond. When a car crash put her daughter Jennifer in a coma, Nancy cared for her as long as she could. Then she made the agonizing decision to take her off life support. Nancy wanted to know if Jennifer knew what was happening and if her decision was the right one.
And she's a bit of a wiseacre.
James described Jennifer as a wiseacre. I think he means a smart aleck. What, is that true? Does that ring true for her?
Yes, it does. At one point, she went over to her grandfather's and had a fake nose rig in. And her grandfather looked at her and says, "Oh my goodness, you better not let your grandmother see you like that."
And she really wanted to be in the in crowd.
I think she always wanted to be the best in the sport she played. And she always made it on the teams, but was never on the top string per se. And she always wanted to be in that top popular string of kids.
She's really sorry about screaming at you and saying such horrible things to you.
We had a couple real rough years that Jen and I did not get along at all. Her being the teenager and just rebelling as a rebellious teenager.
I don't know if the house was too cramped that you lived in?
We turned our living room into basically a hospital room. And our dining room we made into our living room.
One thing's on top of another there.
There were stacks of boxes of equipment and things supplies that needed to be used for Jen with her feeding tube and her trach collar and everything.
She's talking about you writing in this diary or this journal about her.
I kept a journal of everything that they did to her medically, you know, everything that happened to her, and yeah, I did keep a journal for a while of her.
And she wants to thank you for having the fresh flowers.
There's no possible way he could have found it out, no.
My mother always picked Jen the best of her flowers. The first tulip, the first daffodil, those were always for Jen.
She wanted to go. She really wanted to go.
It was a decision that I anguished over for over a year, to stop her tube feeding and to let her go. And it was just a very hard decision to make.
Yeah, I bet. But I'm sure she's with you. She has to always be with you.
I think she will too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
If you'd like to be part of the Beyond Show audience and have a chance for a reading with James, call our toll-free number, 1-866-88-JAMES, or go to our website at thebeyondshow.com.
James, I just want to talk to you about Nancy, who had to make that gut-wrenching decision to let her daughter go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, can people hear what's going on when they're in a coma? Do they
Yes.
understand what's being said
Sure.
around them?
I've done so many, hundreds and hundreds of these types of readings with coma victims and also Alzheimer's. And many times the spirit will talk about being aware of what's going on because they're not in the body, they're outside of the body. So they're very aware of what's going on. The last thing physically that goes is the hearing, so they also can hear it physically. So when they come through in messages and readings, they will talk about things that the family did for them at the bedside or in their name while they were in the coma or while they had the Alzheimer's. It's pretty incredible. But it shows you that we're more than just a physical body, we're spirit first and foremost. So, and I think she did the right thing. I mean, it's hard to say because that's a lesson that that mother had to go through. And that was something she had to learn from. You know, no one could tell her what to do or not to do it. She has to come with that conclusion herself. That's her lesson she has to learn. Let's hope, you know, love, it's all done in love, so that helps.
I don't know what I would do in that situation.
It's a tough
That
one.
is just...
It's a tough one, but you have to have compassion. Well, thank you very much for being with us today, and we look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye now.
Hello, would you stand? What's your name?
Lori. How do you ever filter out how many spirits are talking to you and to filter it down to just one or two?
I have many guides who work with me, and they tried to make this the easiest way possible is to bring through one or two. Many times the excitement is so strong in the spirit world, they all want to get through, that they jump on top of each other. Their thoughts will jump on top, and I can't differentiate sometimes who's speaking to me. They try to, clarify as much as they can when they're coming through, but again, it isn't easy to do. It's a difficult type of communication. But with a lot of meditation and learning how to develop a certain way. That's how I've learned how to differentiate.
Do you take on the physical feelings of the people who've crossed over?
Very, very much so. Not every time, but many times. Most times I do. I'd say a good 90% of the times I will feel the death themselves, the emotion that goes with the death. I sometimes even look like the individual, take on the characteristics, physical characteristics. My voice changes. I start sounding like the person. And also, like phrases they used to use also will come.